All right, to start, you're going to need two pieces for your pocket, and you're going to put them with right sides together. And then you're going to have a piece of batting that's about the same size to go over that. So you'll put them all together, and you're going to stitch along that top long seam or line. So we're going to stitch this at 1/4 of an inch, which is the edge of your presser foot. And make sure you backstitch at the beginning and at the end. So it's going to look something like this. And then we're going to go ahead and press it. So you're going to open it up and put it on your pressing mat or your ironing board and press that seam nice and open. And then put the 3 layers together and then press the lining to the main fabric so that crease is really nice and crisp. You can kind of see it there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to place our velcro. So open up about a 3-inch piece of velcro, 2.5 to 3-inch piece, and put the soft side of the velcro in the center of the pocket, about 2 inches from the top, and the center on this is about 6.5 inches. And then you're just going to sew that box around it. I usually will sew a box and then I'll put an X through the middle of the box just to ensure that everything stays in place. You can put your needle down in each corner and turn. That'll give you nice crisp points of your elastic. Just make it look really, really nice. And as you're sewing, if you have some extra threads that get in your way, you can just trim them so that they don't get stuck in the thread as you're going along and sewing on your elastic. So just a little tip there. So here is the X. So I just literally go across one way diagonally and then same thing the other way. So that's your first part of your elastic. Now we're going to assemble the back. So we have our piece of batting here, and then we have the inside of our cover, and then we have the pocket with the elastic up, so the right side up, and then we're going to put the back down so that the wrong side is up. So the right sides of the cover are together and the wrong sides are out. And then we're just going to pin it all together so that it will be easier to sew. I like to put 2 pins where I'm going to have an opening. So you're going to leave an opening at the top of the cover and you'll stitch around it, turning your corners, making everything look nice and crisp. So around like this and stop. So we'll have about a 4-inch gap at the top. You could do more, you could do 6 inches, whichever is easiest for you. Then put your project in your sewing machine and start sewing. You're going to sew to the corner, put your needle down and turn, and continue down the long side. You're going to be sewing together all the layers, the batting, the main fabric, the lining, the pocket, all the layers are together. And then you'll get to the next corner, turn, and continue sewing. Once you're done with that, you're going to take out your cover and you're going to clip your corners to get rid of any excess batting. You can also trim up all your sides so everything's nice and even. This will also help reduce some of the bulk, so there's not a bunch of extra bulk that's preventing you from being able to get the Chromebook or laptop or whatever you're making this for fit inside. This particular pattern is obviously for a Chromebook for the sizing, but you could definitely change the sizing based on a laptop, a tablet, whatever you might have in your possession. So we're just trimming everything up so everything looks really nice and getting rid of a lot of that bulk. All right, now we're going to turn the cover right side out through the hole that we left at the top of the cover. So we'll just turn this, and then we're going to turn the corners, and you'll just grab like a wooden dowel. I use the end of a paintbrush that I have typically, and I just push those corners out so they're nice and crisp. Everything looks really, really good. Um, Cutting out that extra bulk is really important. All right, the next step, after everything is all nice and turned, is to stitch across the top of the cover. And this will close off that opening that we made that we used to turn the cover right side out. You don't want to top stitch all around the entire bag because that will prevent you from being able to put the Chromebook actually inside of the bag. And if you don't like the look of the top stitching at the top, you can always hand stitch it as well. All right, now let's put the elastic on. So we already put one piece of elastic on, and we want to put the second piece on. So we're just going to kind of judge where we think it should go here. You can measure, again, like the last time, measure about 2 inches down from the top and right in the center, and you should be good to go. You might have to eyeball a little bit, and then just stitch that other side of the elastic down to your cover, the same way you did the first. And there you have it. There's your little Chromebook cover. It's really fun. Chromebook should fit nice and snug inside. It's protected by the layers of batting. It has a little pocket cover here that you can use. It's perfect to keep your kids' stuff nice and safe.